Hi friends, Cole Chance here. Thank you so much for joining me today and allowing me to be your guide. And today I wanted to do a short yoga for back pain video. These are probably some different stretches that I've done in the past for other back pain videos. And it'll kind of target thoracic area in the back, more upper back. So check it out and see what you think. Please let me know. And these are some of my go-to whenever I'm having some tension and stuff. So let's try it out, shall we? Let's lay down on our bellies to start. And have some blocks handy with you. We'll use those as well. Let's start on the belly. So a lot of times we need strength in our back. We could have not a lot of muscular activation, and that can really draw the tension back there. If there's not, it puts strain on it if the structure isn't able to support it. That's a better way to put it. So let's just lay down and bring the hands by the side, shake the hips out, just kind of feeling supported by the earth, by the mat, feeling connected. Tap into the breath. Just kind of move the breath in the nose, all the way down the chest cavity into the belly. When you inhale, feel yourself expand 360 degrees. So belly into the mat, to the left, to the right of the ribs, back of the heart. Beautiful. All right, let's start to bring the hands onto the fingertips. Come onto the fingertips, elbows come up. Bring the chin to the ground. Press the feet and the hips down into the ground. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. We'll start to pull up just a little bit. So we're just pulling the chest, almost like up to the nipples, up off of the ground. Begin to bring the elbows back. Pull the belly in. Begin to straighten the arms, not all the way straight. You want a little bit of bend here. So opening up the front of the chest, bringing the shoulders down onto the back. Exhale, release down. So twice more like that. We'll move really slow. Elbows come up to start. So first you're just resting here, kind of in a hammock feeling. Shoulder blades are coming together. This feels really nice. If you have, like I can feel my shoulder blades kind of rolling over some knots here. It's nice. And then we'll begin to press in. Shoulder blades are really coming together here. And then it can begin to expand. Pull the belly in, protect the low back. If you're feeling any pinching in the low back, either come down or really pull the belly in and see if that fixes it. Going back down. And again, elbows up. You can bring the hands down if that's hurting your fingertips. Elbows up. Kind of stay in the hammock for a moment, pulling the shoulder blades together, down away from the ears. This is quite nice. Starting to come up, pulling the elbows back. Funky cobra. And coming back. Nice. Extending the right arm long out into a T. Left hand on the ground, left leg lifts. Begin to tap the foot behind. So this is opening up the shoulder right here. So this is a great opener. But if we want to also open up the back, we can take the left arm and start to bring it back behind us. Some of you will be able to connect your hands. I can't connect my hands. But, and I know it's back there. I'm going in that direction. So this is really intense for me in a good hurt way. It can kind of be hard to find stretches that'll get kind of in between the shoulder blades, and this is doing it. This is one of them. And this is also really intense on opening the deltoid shoulder. I'm trying to talk at the same time. This is really intense. And so I'm just like, trying to multitask here. So breathe. Reminding myself. 2 more rounds of breath. One more. Good. Slowly coming out of this. Plant the left hand, rolling onto the belly. Take both hands out into a T. Just kind of shake the body out. All right, bend the right foot. Bring the right hand on the ground. We're going to push the ground away. Right foot comes behind. You can bend this left foot this left leg if it's helpful. This just needs to be, a structure that helps you balance. So you can stay right here and start to open up this arm. Again, some of you will easily be able to grab to reach. That's just not where I'm at. So letting the body weight here. Trying to let go. Whenever things get really intense, we like to hold our breath. We like to clench our jaw, grind our teeth. So see if you can release all of that and really be present in this intensity, in the fire. Three big rounds of breath. Inhale. Let it out. Exhale. This is still getting a stretch as well. If you wanted to just bring the hand to the hip and the elbow coming back. Inhale. Let it go. Once more. Drink it in. Exhale. Plant the right hand. Come onto the belly. Oh. Spread the arms into a T. Shake out. Plant the hands. Push back into child's pose. About 3 rounds of breath here. Beautiful. Okay. We'll come into a supported hero's pose. If hero's pose isn't available to you, then just ignore this part and you can extend your legs out long. So heroes will spread the heels. We'll lift up on the knees. Take the calves, roll them out. Start to sit the hips down. This will be too much for a lot of us. If you have any knee pain, just ignore it. Extend the legs out long. It's not a big deal at all. Take the blocks. Place one block long ways. You just have to kind of eye it kind of at the bottom where the bra would be. And then we can move it kind of once we get down there. Take the hands behind. We'll just support ourselves and we'll slowly come down. You can start to come down to the elbows. So if you can't get to where we're lying on the block here, then go ahead and this can be a separate pose. Like you can do hero's pose separately because we want to be able to get to laying on the block. So what I'm showing is actually more of a modification. So I can show both, but we'll come down onto the back, the block coming in between the shoulder blades, and then the head coming on top of the other block. This is just multitasking. It's also opening up in the quads. The arms can go in a cactus pose. And you can play around with moving the block a little bit. You can also grab the hands, kind of grab them together. So you could kind of alternate between grabbing the hands. See that this kind of adds a little bit of support because my elbows don't touch the ground. Some of your elbows will touch. But instead of them just like kind of floating in space, I can kind of grab the hands, keep myself stable here. Whew. This feels really nice. We just did a really big opening stretch with that last one, and this one had some compression on the spot that we just opened, which is really nice. So staying right there, continue to stay in that pose, and I'll just show it the other way. So the other way that we would get into it would just be having the legs long, holding on to the block, placing it where you think it needs to go, and then we adjust as we need. Opening the arms into cactus or clasping at the top, or maybe do a little bit of both. Legs can stay long. You can bring the legs into Baddha Konasana. Different options. Breathing here. This is really nice. It opens up the front of the body a lot. So a lot of the back pain is we're really shortening the pec muscles because we're like this all the time. So these muscles get really short. It pulls long on the back muscles and just causes all kinds of problems. We think it's back pain, but a lot of times it's generated by the front body. Supported fish pose. You can tell, or I can tell anyway, that my left side's quite a bit tighter. Feeling more of a pull over here. So when I breathe in, I can kind of send more of my breath that way. Intentional breath. Every exhale, see if you can let go even more, like be more heavy onto the blocks. Notice if there's anything that you're holding. There's always a little more space to release. A couple more rounds of breath here. Really invite you to do this pose often. It's really, really good. I need to do this. I need to do this more often. We should do a 5-minute a day challenge. See how we feel after that. I bet it would just be incredible. Just even 5 minutes a day for like a week. Maybe change the arm variation. About 5 more breaths. Every exhale, releasing even more, finding more space to let go, more space to open. And begin to bring the arms down. So to get out of this, there's really no graceful way, but you can bring the soles of the feet onto the ground. Take the knees over to one side or the other. Be sure to have the hand down to support yourself as you kind of roll off the blocks. You can move them to the side. We'll just come up to seated. Sit one of those blocks right underneath your bum to lift the hips up. And sit tall. So that was a lot of upper back opening. Notice how that feels. I have lots of kind of like butterflies or something in my back, or the feeling when you're, what it's actually doing is bringing blood flow is what's happening. It's bringing kind of the tingles and things like that. That's actually blood flow coming into that area. So it's a good thing. But just notice how you feel. You may not feel the same as myself. The important part is the recognition of what's happening in our bodies and learning to begin to make that connection. Thank you. Thank yourself. Bring the hands together at heart center. Thumbs to the third eye. The seat of our inner wisdom, the inner teacher within each of us, Waheguru. That small voice that knows. Bow together and say namaste.